We do love you, Leeds. Hey up, folks. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to Imagine Not Being Leeds for your Leeds versus Bristol City preview ahead of tomorrow night's game at Elland Road. I'm going. Woohoo! Finally got a ticket through bloke at work. I am buzzing because there was a small part of me that just would have died if I didn't get a ticket for this game, but managed to get one, so I'm one of the lucky few. I'm one of the lucky 30,000+ that'll be there tomorrow to pick up my yellow scarf. As Stephen Horseman says here, I am ready to pick it up, buddy. Class, I remember it at playoff semi-final against Norwich last year when they did something similar. I've still got that now. Somewhere. But yeah, I'll look after that. I'll be buzzing. Promotion, the scarf. No matter what happens tomorrow, we are promoted. The pressure is off. The lads can go enjoy themselves tomorrow for me. I want the title, as the title of the video was. I want that title now. I do. I'm greedy. Look at the size of me. I want my cake and I want to eat it. I want the job lot, but the hard work is done now. And for me, the pressure is certainly off. 2 games go, win them, you get the title. Great for us as fans, cherry on top. Great for the players to look back on rather than finishing second. But some people are asked. I am, but like I say, the hard work is done now. The pressure is certainly off. So let's just enjoy it tomorrow. Let it be a carnival atmosphere. I know it will be. It's going to be a really good game tomorrow. I think Leeds will be well up for it. I think you're going to see a very, very good performance, and I'm betting it's something similar to what we saw against Stoke. I think it's going to be goals plenty. I think the only thing that ever affects Leeds me is the mentality side. Sometimes the pressure, the weight of that shirt. I think when you alleviate that and take that away and just put 11 footballers against our 11 footballers at this level, I think it's a landslide in quality, a landslide in the result, I think, and I think you'll see Leeds United's best sort of players come to top tomorrow and smash Bristol a bit, but we'll get into it. Danny, smash a like, split, subscribe. Hey up, Danny, mate. Usual suspects, my mate Sean at Wilco White, Passion for Leeds Callum. You know, I like to shout out these channels, and Danny runs himself. Please go check them out. They'll be in there. He'll put it in a few more times. Will my mate Danny, but please check them out. Michael, I want that title too. Yep. Don't we all, mate? Hi, Mike. Hi, all. Hey, up, Wayne. Hope you're well. Darren says, evening, pal, and everyone. Archie Cartwright. Hi, Mike. All Leeds out we. The 78 RPM save. You just want to say big up for the early upload. I haven't noticed it's on and know how it is. Yeah, I'll just shout that out now. Thanks for that, buddy. I uploaded early. A lot of you have seen. I've had a bit of a bad day. It's only a brief moment in time, I know. But thank you so much. I read everyone's messages to the video. It means the world. I haven't got around to getting through them yet, but I'm going to after this, I'm going to make a start getting through them with so many messages, but everyone will get a message back because I do anyway, but I really, really appreciate everything you've said. I needed that, to be fair. I needed a bit of a lift. I needed my community, my Leeds United family to gather around me today. Not major, like I said in video, I don't want to go into it really, but not major, just yeah, a little minor speed bump today. I was struggling, and it meant a lot for so many people to watch that video today, which I was surprised at. It's not Leeds United content. It's not for everyone, granted, but honestly, you all threw your arms around me, and it means a lot. So, thanks so much for that message, mate. And thanks so much everyone that's watched it. Sent me a message, or anyone will watch it after this, and send me a message. It means a lot, man. Thank you. I needed it today. Evening, Jay. Danny, I want that title, but won't be easy. Bristol City need a point for playoffs. Don't care what they need, Danny boy. Don't care what they need. Angela, I'll lead that way. Let's win the title. Hope you're okay, Matty. Cheers, Angela. Love, I will be, love. Thank you. Hope you're well too. Evening, top man. Evening, Nige. Yeah, Richard. Thanks, buddy. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. Easy, bro. Big fan of your content. Just wanted to ask if your farts ever smell like cabbage. Yeah, they do, mate. They do. And I don't even eat cabbage. That's the weird thing. I can't stand the stuff, but yeah. I know you like to think your shit don't, but it does. Evening, Matty. Just hope we win both games left and get the silverware we are due. Yeah, Richard, they deserve it. The lads don't. They deserve it. Enjoy tomorrow. I will do, Richard. Thanks, buddy. Can't wait. Cannot wait. I'm poshing it up in hospitality tomorrow, not by choice. It's all I could get. Oof. If you paid for that, mate. Whenever I go hospitality, I go through work, so it's usually free. Go a couple of times a season, which I'm lucky to get. But if you paid for it, you'll pay through nose for that. chuffing hell. But no, just to be there, it's monumental, and you know, as a fan, to know you were there on the last home game after you've been promoted. Unfortunately, we don't get the title tomorrow, regardless. We're all hoping that QPR would have done us a favour, similar to what they did others a favour last year when they thumped us 4-0 down at Loftus Road. But unfortunately, they got an hiding, which Burnley have really shown up these last month or two, haven't they? So it just means we're just playing to level the scoring and go above on goal difference, which I fully expect us to do. Very impressive, mate. Very impressive. They've been impressive since back end of January, haven't they? Thought, you know, they got some attacking players in January, and they've just kicked on. They've just kicked on from there. Absolutely brilliant. Fair play to them. Pirro hat-trick tomorrow, Bamford to score, and Gray. Superman fan. That's the stuff of dreams. That I'm back. Yeah, I'm backing Pirro to get a couple more tomorrow. You know, Dr. Cox, hey mate. Imagine Not Being Leeds did Priestley like his Little Britain. He loved it, mate. Yeah, no, he did, mate. He's loving it. He's loving all the tension. It's going to his head, though. It's going to his head. Evening all. Hey, up top, Banana. Hope you're well. Richard Hogan, even everybody, can someone update me on the EFL Manager of the Year? Oh, honestly, we'll get into it, I'm sure, but that team at year, oh my word. Oh my word. 3 players? Are you shitting me? No Pirro? Josh Sargent over Pirro? Bellingham in there? I mean, I'm not even a Burnley fan, but Brownhill not in there over Hamer or Bellingham. Rodon not in there. I get the Elvedi stuff, but Rodon not in there, really? Like, I do think I know I can't be biased, but I think we're shy of at least one more in there. If Pirro's up there instead of Sargent, I don't think anyone's ripping that. Any other fans ripping that side up going, why is Pirro up there? He's top scorer. His argument for Solomon Rodon, but then maybe we are getting a little bit biased. Do you know what I mean? Borja Sainz has done well at times this season, plenty of goals. But that team at years thrown me. I hope my voice notes help. Yeah, they did, Danny. I really appreciate your messages today, mate. Thank you. You're a good friend. Thanks, buddy. 100%. Rusty Tin, enjoy. I did get corporate too, but also, everything sold out for this game, didn't they? For watching on TV, all I could get. I'm not going into it again, mate. Very strange, but tickled me. Tickle those likes for Matty. Yeah, please do. Please smash a like. Please subscribe if you're new here. Much appreciated. Tanaka in the team of the season and no sign of gold balls on Purdue. Well, I think they got the right one in there, didn't they? If they had to pick one. Class jersey. Yeah, I got this today. So I went to return a Nike t-shirt. It was quite a nice feeling as well. So I bought an extra, because I'm an extra large top. I bought an extra large Nike t-shirt with this nice little graphic on back a few weeks back, right? When I was in Cardiff for that weekend. So I bought it. I bought an XL, but it's an oversized fit. But I put it on and honestly, it drenched me. And I know it's an oversized fit. I know it's oversized. But the fact I could return an extra large t-shirt today and say it was too big, fucking brilliant. It was like, I get it. It's not accurate because it's oversized. But I returned it. They didn't have the same shirt in a large. So I ended up swapping it for this and putting a tenner towards it. So it's cost me 40 quid this, but really it's only cost me a tenner because that was like 3 weeks ago when I spent 30 quid on that top. So I'm buzzing with this. Well, nice. Massive on retro stuff. I'm just going to keep adding to it. Absolutely love this top. We're wearing it tomorrow. As we're up, we may as well go up in style as champions 100%. Alan, evening, guys. Don't know how Hamer got that. Honestly, he's so... Did he get player of the season? I haven't even seen that. Did he actually get player of the season? I know we're in the 10 position. I know he's in the list. Has he actually won player of the season? Is that something I'm going to... Oh, my word, he's joking me. 2 wins coming. Champions. Hope we get a good ref tomorrow and not new. Yeah, I know, mate. Nobody from Leeds were at the AFL Awards. I want to see that trophy. Yeah, that's it, innit? 5th of May, can't wait for it. But yeah, I want to see him hold that trophy. I want to see him hold that trophy. Not taking it away from Burnley, but QPR were awful. Yeah, they were winning, they really were. But the thing is, there's been a lot of sides awful in this division. Burnley, couldn't finish the dinner at one point this season, but now they're putting him away, aren't they? Tanaka and Bogle, James, only 3 players on. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, half of they all should be there, shouldn't they? Obviously, but we're missing, like you say, Einer here, no Roda, no Firpo, no Pirro. With at least 1, maybe 2 light there. Imagine Not Being Leeds. Why wasn't Mesent team at here? I wonder. Oh, so that's actually legit, that, isn't it? That's actually legit. How the fuck has he beaten Dan James? Wow. That's insane. Yeah, no, Brownelling. Mental, mate. Absolutely mental, Nige. Brownelling, Pinoff on Norwich Pair. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Signed 8 game ban. Yeah, did you? 100%. Hello, Matty, my favourite new friend, and hello, fellow chat, says Adam. Hey up, mate. Love you, pal. Yeah, him I did. Yeah, that's actually thrown me a little bit. That this goes to show how much research I do and how much I actually pay attention to what's going on in the world, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, I saw Team at Season. I saw Joe doing a stream, which I assume he'll have covered all that. But yeah, that's sort of thrown me as you lot. I don't understand what him has done. I don't get it. I actually don't get it. It seems a team can only have 3 in the team of the season. Yeah, well, that might be true, pal. But player at season, how have they got that? How have they got that? Archie Carey, what was your stadium tour like? What did you think? I really want to go. Archie, it's class, mate. It's class. I assume you've seen my vlog that's on my channel. Class. £16.50 for an adult. I think what £7 for a kid. Great value for money. 90 minutes. It ended up being 2 hours when I went round. Great, mate. Absolutely fantastic. I've actually got. This is really random this year. You know how random I am. Just take this off here. Oh. There, look. This is how random I am. I'll just keep that down here now. Look at that. It's a blade of grass that with a bit of blue tack stuck to it. It's a blade of grass from Elland Road. Can't even see it. Look at it there. I got kids to lean over and nick it when no one was looking because I bottled it. And I stuck it to my blue tack and then stuck my Elland Road sign up at the top of it. I best stick that back up there so I don't lose it. Can't be losing that. Oh, yeah. So you get a blade of grass if you're sneaky. But no, brilliant, mate. It's absolutely class. Get to a changing room and all that. Honestly, should so do it. Should so do it. Nice ass, mate. Feel like my ass for eating my shorts a little bit there as well, Sean. So I'm not too sure if that would a good look actually. But yeah, really good, Archie. Go do it. Imagine Not Being Leeds. You putting Priestley on your shoulders for the 50. Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna have to taking our Theo down as well. So it's gonna be quite hard having him on my shoulders and Theo in my arms as well. I thought so, Richard. By his standards, I thought he'd been awful too. Decent at this level. I'd have had him at the beginning of the season. I've heard whispers about. Honestly, I wouldn't dare touch him in Premier League. I wouldn't dare. I'd have had him this season, beginning of the year before a ball was kicked. I'd have had him 100%. But yeah, I wouldn't leave Sean. Not now. So overrated. Maybe he's great at this level, but for me, I haven't even shown that this season, has he? It'll be some 100 points to win the league. Yeah, it will. I'm mad in it because I think they beat Millwall. I mean, Millwall have got it all to play for. Still trying to get in playoffs, but I think Burnley win, and I think we both. To win it on 100 points on goal difference it's pretty crazy, isn't it? To think there's every chance we get 100 points and we've only won it on goal difference is actually scandalous. I would have had player of the year to Trafford or Estevez. Yeah, to be fair, even if you ruled out Dan James or any of these players, them two 100% deserve it over him. 9 goals, 7 assists. I don't understand it. I'm surprised Bean and Frank. Yeah, me too. Hugh Bangkok going back to boxing. Yeah, I enjoyed that last night. Yeah. Hugh Bangkok's broken jaw, yeah. Matt, is Aronson still on the wall behind you? He is, mate. There he is. Aronson's training top. Scottish fans to take a spade to their grass. Adam, I was on the pitch for that Watford v Leicester game. I filled my pockets with grass, but don't know why. I got home and put it in the. Matty, didn't you say at the time? It's like, yeah, it's half and half, I think, mate. It's half and half. So I think that bit there I've got is AstroTurf, mate. It's like I think the pitch is grass, but then the bit round it's all AstroTurf in it. So they just grab what they could. It was so hard to pull out, Andy. They were trying for ages. Had 3 kids just behind in the road, just like a conveyor belt. Was like try to rip it out, and then they finally got one strand. So I put it in my pocket and stuck it to my blue tack. Oh yeah, funny. I wonder how many meals Hamer dines out on to that award. Yeah, 100%. Archie, will you be at the promotion party, Matty, mate? Yeah, I will be, mate. I'll be there. So I'm taking my son down, taking our Theo down. I want him to remember that day. You know, it's one of them where I want him to look back. I want him when he's older to be going to Leeds games and remember the day his dad took him to the parade. So yeah, 100%, mate. Maybe the wife's coming too, if we can get someone to look after our Jonah, because our Jonah, it's not a place for our Jonah to be. But if I can get someone to watch him, we'll be coming down as a family. But if not, it'll be just me and the boy. There'll be Priestley there too. If you see me, Archie, come and give me a squeeze, lad. You smoking grass. Just join live. You feeling better, mate? Yeah, mate. Thank you, pal. Yeah, thanks for your message, pal. Much appreciated. I will get back to you. I know you're one of the lads that messaged me, so I said it at the beginning, mate. Yeah, thanks so much to everyone's support today when I needed it. Much appreciated. Thank you. Feel better and better as kickoff gets closer tomorrow. Adam, I do lots of odd things. I question 5 minutes. Yeah, you do, mate, to be fair. Rusty Tin Can, hope you're well, Eddie, mate. I took a load of grass when we promoted. Took a load of grass from the pitch. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, my mate Priestley were on there too. Wilco Whites. Please check out these great channels of my good friends, Sean, Passion for Leeds, Callum, and Danny Rumsey. Please, Richard Butler. Players I would like at for next season: Kelleher 20 million, Souček 10, Cherky 35, Angel Gomez 20 million. I am pronouncing that one 20. Mate, you're giving me some names here, aren't you? 55, Eketikik. Felix, keep seeing Felix tomorrow. Make some right names in there, Richard. Are they realistic? I'd love Kelleher and I'd love Souček, and I think that'd be a really nice start. I'm actually going to do a video, I think, after the season starts. I'm going to look at the positions I think definitely need sorting, and I'm actually going to do a video on the free transfers available and the relegated players, because I think they're realistic targets without looking too far. I mean, I aren't no scout. There's some names there of people I've heard of, but I wouldn't even hazard a guess if it's even viable that we're going to get anyone of that level. Not too sure. Felix keeps getting mentioned all the time. I'm just not too sure. But there's plenty of gettable players, I think, who are free agents. I mean, I'd love Kyle Walker-Peters as backup to Bogle or someone to challenge Bogle. I'd have Ben Davis, Welsh, experienced, injury-prone, yes, but I'd take a gamble on him being a free transfer. There's a couple of free transfers in there I really like. So we'll have to have a look at that. Is fact talk off the record? I thought Farke's press conference was just PR, corporate bollocks. Just let's see what happens. You look a lot better in the face too now, Matty. Cheers, pal. I've had a shower and a wash and a couple of hours with Mrs. to have a chin wag and watch a bit of TV and cuddle on the sofa, so it's all been good. Okay, I've been on a few pictures. St Andrew's riot, Birmingham. Wow. Has the route been set for the parade? Don't know Leeds too well. Where's best to wear? To be fair, mate, I don't know. It's not been like made official. I don't think it has it. So we'll have to wait and see, pal. I've heard it's happening in between 1 and 2. I'm not too sure. I thought it would be Millennium Square, and then a few people said there's flower beds in way and all this. So is it going to be outside Town Hall? Honestly, I don't know. I just know it's happening on that day. If someone else knows if it's legitimately booked in, then let me know. But love some not just some quality. That's the exciting part of the minute. Whether they're gettable, achievable or not, the fact that we can talk about these names now, let's be fair. Only a few years ago we had Rafinha taking fucking throw-ins for us and playing right back. So anything's possible. Anything's possible. Richard Woodthorpe, mate. My honest opinion, I think we could finish top 10 next season. What do you think? I would say not a chance of top 10 for season. I think achievable would be like 13th, 14th. But I think that's having a very good season. I think finishing in top 10 or in around top 10 could hamper us going forward. I know it sounds daft. We've seen it under Bielsa. I ain't got much else to go off, other than that. I don't know. I mean, I would like to think if we finished, say we'd have finished 9th and had a wonderful season. I think these lot would back him to go again. We didn't back him after that, did we? We didn't go and push on again after that, which we know we needed at Bielsa. But I'd be gobsmacked, Richard, if we finished anywhere near 10th. I'm thinking 13th would be absolutely insane. But yeah, if you had to ask me for a position now, my head's saying 15th, 16th. My heart say we might get a couple of spots higher. So I'll go 14th. I'll say we'll finish 14th, which I think is a phenomenal year. Yeah, I think so as well. No idea why, but I think we may try to get Endo from Liverpool. It would be maybe absolutely class. I'd love Kelleher, but I'd also settle for Pope, who I think's out of contract, and I'd have Nick Pope in a heartbeat. Heard Angus trying to get Souček to Everton. Probably is decent player. Souček, I'd have him in heartbeat. Absolute beast in middle of midfield. Really good at set pieces. Scores a lot of goals. Strong physical player. We talk about it sometimes at Leeds United. Sometimes we need that player to stand up and be counted. We've seen it in the last few weeks. We've had periods of time this season where I've wanted to see a bit more of it. Souček brings out his physicality. Is strong part of his game. So I'd be all for someone like Souček, 100%. Grealish, 35 million, not likely, but on Joe's, some were saying no. You know what it is, right? You look at Grealish, people say no all day long, but if Grealish signed for us, we'd probably love him. You might, if Grealish signed for Leeds, we'd probably love him because he's just that little shithouse, isn't he? So we'd probably get behind him. Just like a lot of people say they want Mourinho as a manager in future. I think it'd change if we had him. But yeah, off the bat, I'd probably say Grealish. I'm not too sure, but if he come, I reckon it'd be fine for us. Like, I see Sterling chat, so I'm just not sure these names. I just don't see it. I think these players will still think they've got European sides and stuff sniffing around. I don't think they'll go for a newly promoted, no matter how big of a club we are. Nigel, it was a mental day when we had the celebrations for winning the title in Leeds. It sent great memories. Love that, mate. Yes, Souček will go Everton for more. I reckon so as well, Adam. Decore, yep, another one I'd have. 100%. Yeah, it is, mate. Yeah, I think it is. I think that's what it's going to be, Paul. Forest, Villa shot them in the FA Cup. Chris Gillet, DJ Farker, overlooked for EFL Awards. No surprises there, but giving player of the season to him is baffling. Yeah, it is massively. Who got manager that season then? Who got manager? Because I hadn't seen the awards other than the team. Are you telling me Scott Parker got manager? Is that what you're going to tell me now, or has it not been announced? 15th, says Michael. Buy your hand off for it, pal. In a poll, only 40% said they would turn up for celebrations. Is that good? Well, you got to think that I'm assuming that one on Joe's channel, I want it, Andy. Seen Joe do a poll. That'll be based on where people live, I guess. 40%, whether it's good or not, mate, based on the demographic who are watching Joe's. I tell you now, wherever it is, it won't be big enough. It won't be big enough, mate. Be absolutely heaving. Richard, 14th will do for me. I just added someone because I love Leeds too, mate. But I always try and be a bit level-headed. But yeah, 14th, I think it'd be sound. Parker manager at season. Mental. Absolutely mental, honestly. Like, don't get me wrong, defensively, what they've done is it's borderline insanity what they've done defensively wise. But come on, yeah, I don't get that. I don't get that at all. That's thrown me a little bit. That I didn't expect. Yeah, I didn't expect it. Why does 150 million buy you? What does it buy you if one player is worth 100 million? Yeah, but look at Tanaka, 3 million. If you're smart, mate, and not stupid, spending 100 million in it, you know. Heard Henderson from Wolves has been mentioned and said we have sounded him out already. Oh, okay. That's what I would say, mate. If he ain't going to play for City, I would assume he'd be looking at a route back to Villa. A bit like Calvin's probably looking back for a route for us. Does he, mate? Pope has 12 months left his contract. Well, he'll be cheaper, won't he? He'll be cheaper. I'd have him 100%. Surely. Yeah, you would imagine so. Whereas you'd probably see he'd lower him to a Villa, wouldn't he? I mean, Villa will be able to afford him, I would assume, but he'd lower him to anybody, probably be to Villa. Gabe on Connor's channel was big on Grealish. Yeah, well, you know what I mean? You got to look where we've been. You know, like last season we had Jadon Anthony as a backup winger with Somerville, and you know, you look at it now and you go, you get to the Premier League and you sign Jack Grealish. Whether it's your cup of tea or not, it ain't my cup of tea, but I don't think you could kick off at that. It ain't my money. If he's good enough for City, he's got to be good enough for Leeds United, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think so too. We do not want egos. We were very good players at Leeds at the core. Yeah, thing is with Jack Grealish, mate. I actually think he's a decent dude. To be fair, when you watch his interviews, he speaks really high about it. I think his sister's got cerebral palsy. I think he's a really, really nice lad. To be fair, he really is. Just loves himself a little bit too, but I don't think he's a bad kid at all. What we need and what Farker wants is these transfers in early. Yeah, that's it. And he said that, and he's thrown it to board again, like he's done a few times this season. He's sort of called him out and said, "I want this. It's going to get done early, and let's hope the back him." Yeah, it's actually thrown me as that as well. That's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. He should have texted me that earlier, Sean. I'd have believed that. Lampard, are you joking me? Richard Decore is probably the move if Souček goes to. Yeah, I mean, if we are actually looking in those waters, mate, I'd be buzzing with either of them. If Souček's first option, Decore is a great second option. I would love to bring someone like the experience and the physicality they'd have for us. It'd be class. And maybe would they come in to replace a Rothwell? Maybe, and would we be looking at keeping a Tanaka, an Ampadu, and a Gruev in there with a fourth? To wait and see. Hey up, Michael. Matty, loved you being so open about your son today. Plenty of love and understanding is what we all need in life. Your son has loving parents who will have his back. He will love and respect you for that. Cheers, mate. 100%. Nice touch, that, Michael. Thank you. You know what it is? I just don't like. Today was bad because I had moments where I were angry at him, and I normally have a lid on it and I'm quite cool, but I were angry at him, and I didn't like feeling angry about him when he was being naughty because he wasn't doing it on purpose. Do you know what I mean? He was struggling, and I didn't do all. I was frustrated with him more than I ever am, and it made me feel guilty because he can't help it. So it threw me a little bit. So no, thanks for that, mate. I think we'll be all right. Yeah, me too, Michael. Yeah, Lee, we've just touched it, mate. Mental. Absolute mental, mate. Smash a like and subscribe. Yes, please do. 879 people in. Wow, crazy. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, please like, please subscribe, please do all that jargon. Much appreciated. Love you all. Thank you. Defense over football and attacking manager over the season. Yeah, 100%. That's what it's proven, isn't it? So it's proven. Yeah, I don't know, mate. I don't know about 200 million. I don't like throwing a figure out there, me. You know, I really don't. Southampton spent, 103, and it was nowhere near good enough, like nowhere near good enough. You know, if they'd have spent 150, they probably still wouldn't have been nowhere near, would they? If they'd spent 200, they'd still be nowhere near. It's all down to, you know, who you go out and get. And it's not about the money for me. It's really not. It's really, really not. You can go out there and buy your expensive clobber from wherever you want. But then you can also nip into Primark and buy a nice feasible top that'll see you right for a good night out. Do you know what I mean? It's all about exploring the market, and it doesn't always have to be the most expensive item that ends up being the best. So I always bring it back to Tanaka because he's the obvious one. Yeah, of course, look for value. I don't think Parker or Farker can be manager of the season. They had the best teams used to if Derby stay up or the Oxford guy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't agree with that. Bielsa's knee. I don't. Other managers do well for their level. I get that. I think it had to be Farker. Parker would have been second choice, I would suggest, because no matter what we all thought about his football, he's currently sat 3 points in front of Leeds United. So is it a massive shock? Probably not. When you look at, he's probably going to finish at the same points as Leeds if we don't fluff it up, which is great for them, irrespective of the football he's played. So when you look at it and you look at how we always say the EFL's corrupt and they don't like Leeds United, is it really surprised Parker beats Farker? To be honest, it's probably not when you look at it like that, is it? They're pretty much neck and neck with us. They're in front of us now, and it's just a way. You know what it is? It gets Leeds fans talking, doesn't it? And when Leeds fans talk and click, 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 and everything becomes bigger, and the stories are bigger, everything's bigger. People say stuff about Leeds United that they don't even fucking believe. They just say it. Angry Ginge said something on fucking TikTok, and it got me snapping on my TikTok. Don't get me wrong, he's not seen what I've said. I'm only little old me, but I even did a reaction to what he said, and that blew up, and it's done 30,000 views and loads of comments. And like, you say something, you know, you put the bear when it comes to Leeds United, and we all come out, don't we? And you know, is it a surprise to give it to Parker, knowing the uproar? Is it a surprise Hamer got the player of the year over Dan James? Dan James, honestly, has been outstanding. The level out Dan James has played this year, It's unbelievable that he hasn't got the recognition of being the best player in the division when we all know. Gus Eamer knows Dan James being best player in this division. 100%. King Jaden Bogle, I know it's a different position. Jaden Bogle has been a better player than him. Tanaka, those three in our who made the side are all better than him. Mental. They won't give us anything. I think it was because we are off the Premier League, so they are losing money. Yeah, they don't like us, mate. Simple as. Might be 15 goals from season all season. Oh, my promotion deserves manager. Say I can't massively knock it. I aren't massively surprised at that. I do think Farke should have got it. But like I say, when you actually compare them, they currently sat in front of us out the Justin. Probably going to finish on the same points as us. The Hamer one, I can't really get. Grealish and 300k a week, mad in it or whatever. No chance. Established Prem clubs will be in. He'd be incredible for us. But yeah, of course he would. Of course he would. But like I say, it's not going to work. The Grealish rumour isn't true. He looking go back to Villa by all accounts. Yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? It makes sense. Jack Grealish is a good player and a better person and has grown up off the bit. Yeah, I actually quite like him, I actually quite like him. Don't mind him at all. I'm okay with Park winning manager of the year. More pressure on him next season. Any deep dives should be around Bundesliga. Mate, Bundesliga, some great talent in there. That's where you'll pick up your best bargains, I think. That's where you'll pick up some really good players for in and around 10 million. Grealish, Gabe is absolutely cuckoo. Grealish, a triple winner, agrees to come to a newly promoted team. Yeah, but where Leeds shushed it down. Yeah, he ain't going to come to us, mate. He ain't. But like I say, we can all laugh and joke and say he's a good player or we wouldn't want him. If he signed for Leeds, he'd be a decent player for us, 100% if he were fit. But he ain't going to come to Leeds. It's mental. Bristol City manager, if they get playoff final, is a good shout for the manager of the season. Yeah, I don't think they will, though, mate. I don't think they'll get playoff final, pal. They might not even stay in playoffs yet. We need about 7 players: goalkeeper, left centre back, left. Yeah, I agree with all them, mate. And I'll be doing a video about it. Bellingham was young player of the year. What? Because his name's Bellingham. Parker will be sat before Farke does next season. Maybe. What you'd have to say though, it's going to be interesting to see how we do. Because I think Leeds are more equipped than Burnley to go up and do well. But what I'll say is both sides are very difficult to beat when they go up and they hit that quality. It's going to be a lot harder. We ain't going to win games and keep clean sheets like we both have done this season. Them to an incredible standard. Don't get me wrong, like record-breaking standard. But yeah, they're going to gift up more goals. But is the fact we're really resolute and really hard to beat now a decent attribute to go with to survive? I would say, yeah. The way Parker plays, it ain't going to be as good, no, but it does give him a chance, or it gives him hope of being able to stay up. You've only got to be better than 3 teams to stay up, and they'll back themselves to do that with that defensive unit. I think we've got more than enough to do something similar. More than enough. I'm coming to Leeds for parade myself. Have to find where anyone is meeting up. Yeah. Well, what I'll do is I'll shout out where I'm going to be and stuff. On my socials and stuff like that. I'll put out where I am, and that if anybody wants to come and say hi and that, I'll be more than willing to have a chat with you, and I'd love that. Actually, I'd absolutely love it. Come and meet my son and stuff. It'd be nice. Zinchenko and Vardy would love those two. I love Zinchenko. Vardy, it's a mad one, isn't it? Because I feel like saying no to Vardy, but can you say no? I'd probably say no to Vardy, which sounds crazy, doesn't it? Zinchenko, I've always liked Zinchenko. I think when we turn up for the first game of the season with the new signings, whoever they are, we will not be taken lightly. No, I don't think so either. You know what it is with this, right? I'm already 6 minutes behind in chat. I do this every time. Look at me. I don't know what to do. So it's supposed to be a preview. So I've got some slides up and all that about Bristol City. Does anyone even care? Yeah, I know you already know it anyway. I felt like I'll try and be a bit more professional. I bring slides up and I act like I've done a bit of research. I've been looking into Bristol. Does anyone actually care, or do they just want to keep chatting through chat? Because I'm quite easy, me, but this is supposed to be a preview for Bristol City. And everyone's talking about Grealish and Zinchenko and Vardy and all these players I've never heard of who were absolutely quality and were 50 and 60 million. Don't feel guilty one bit, mate. We all have tricky days, lad. Yeah, we do, mate. Cheers, mate. Don't worry about the angry. It took me a decade to understand. I could not think the same as my son. I had to adapt. Yeah, 100%, buddy. 100%. End of season member show. Maybe, mate. Maybe. $4,000 for a green and a rack, and they mix stripes off them back. That's what. Maybe Spurs go down there. Shit. Honestly, it's a madness, that Premier League now, isn't it? When you look at it, scum down bottom, Tottenham being so shy. It's such a difficult league. Such a difficult league to go into now. Yeah, the golfing stepping up to the Premier is going to be brutal. It really is, pal. I can't wait to see how we do, though. I really cannot wait to see how lads do. I'm really excited to see how they go. Stephen Horseman, or him on Blaine's Ramble will be going crazy over him and getting it. He will have 2 heads. Yeah, well, it's the only thing they can cheer for, isn't it? It's the only thing they're happy with. Oh God! Some people say let's watch it. Some people say we're not asked about Bristol City preview. Well, it's not much anyway. I'll tell you what. I'm just going to bring it on anyway, and then we'll get back to chat. I'm just going to bring it on anyway. It's really not much. It's all stuff you listen anyway. But I quite like this one first. It's great, that, isn't it? Like, you look here, let's go up. Yeah, boy. I actually can't believe how poor their record is against us. We only lost 8 to them in its entirety. You look at that though now, we haven't lost at home against Bristol City since 1979. Like 1979 in league. Mental. You lost away in 2016, 1-0. But that record against them, Bristol City are a decent side. They do all right most years. They're not a bad side. Usually sit just outside playoffs. But like when you look at our record and whether you're into that stuff or not, that it's a side, the side who'll play each other now have no bearing on these years and stuff. I get that, but sometimes a side is just a bogey team. A side can't get over the line against a certain team. And Bristol City, for how good they've been, and over the years against Leeds United, it's not mad. It hasn't mattered, and I fully expect Leeds just continue. Look at that at home, win. We had a draw there in 2018, but it's more than likely win at home against Bristol City. Leeds United just win. So I don't see anything from previous history to sort of suggest anything's going to be different with that one. I really don't. Then when you look at them now, I mean, I was quite surprised. I mean, I know they're 5th, but when I looked at their away form, like, I can't believe they're actually 5th. Like, they've won 4 games. I mean, obviously, the home form's got them somewhere near. 13 wins at home, 6 draws, 3 losses. Great at home, plus 16 goal difference, averaging over 2 points a game. Fantastic. Away form, though, is absolutely turgid. 4 wins all season, 8 losses, picked up 10 draws, which is probably just about kept them in and around those playoff places. But, like, the form of late, it's been away from home. I think it's 1 winning. Is it 1 winning 14 or something away from home? Like, it's absolutely mental that they've been able to get sat in playoff places with that sort of form. They beat Millwall. They went 4th of March. Outside that, nothing either side for the ages. Like, I think it's 1 winning 14. It's mental form. So for them to come play Leeds, no pressure on Leeds. I mean, is the pressure? Is winning the league a massive pressure? Not as much as promotion. I hope they feel pressure. I hope they go and play like they want it. But I don't think it's the pressure that we had to go win at Oxford, to obviously go win against Stoke. Naki Wells there again, the most championship name ever. Like, when is he going to retire? What is he, 48 now? Like, Naki Wells, I feel like he was playing before I was born. And obviously I'm 24 now. But like, I don't understand how. It's I'm just looking at the players there. Jason Knight, Naki Wells, Scott Twine. Nah. I just don't see. I just don't see how we're going to lose this game. I really don't. I'd even drop points in this game. I really don't. But yeah, that's it. That's my preview done. That's it, guys. Done. Finished. Finitoed. Not right good, am I? Not right good. Oh man. But yeah, there's my legwork. That's it. But yeah, Rodden's been way better. Yeah, Danny says 76 in here, only 42 likes. Please Please stick a like on. Yeah, Chris, it shows how poor the standard of the Champo is. Yeah, it does, mate. It does. One winning 14 away from home. Yeah, you're sat in playoff places. It's scandalous, sat in it. I know they were fifth or sixth. I know they had a good seat. They always seem to do all right. I mean, their own form's always good. Always. I mean, we drew 0-0 down there, didn't we? It's always a tough place to go. In Bristol, it's always a long away day for most as well. But when I actually saw the form away from home, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe there was that with the ball. Matty to replace Lineker. It makes sense, Adam. It just makes sense. You know, I don't even need that much money either to get by. I don't. I'm happy with, you know, just the experience. I'll do it as work experience, to be fair, for free. Yeah, true, mate. If Parker wins it, then fair dues. They called them too early for me. The awards are too early. Yeah, I thought it will, mate. You know what it is? I don't watch Premier League, me, when Leeds are in it. I used to watch football all the time, just with family and doing this now and watching other channels and everything I've got going on. I don't really watch much football now. I watch a bit of rugby as well, as you know. But I will be keeping tabs on Champo next season for the fact that Wrexham are in it, because that's a very exciting prospect. You know, can they get 4 back-to-back promotions? So, yeah, I'm quite looking forward to seeing how they go. They're going to have a decent window of Wrexham out there. Difficult to beat. He's not enough in the Prem. You need a lot. Yeah, 100%, mate. But I mean, if you can get away with not conceding a goal or conceding one, it gives you a chance to pick up points. But yeah, 100%, we need a killer up front. Paul, we need a killer up front. We really do. I mean, we all crave that 20+ goal a season score. You're not going to have that for a newly promoted team. Can you bring a striker who's going to get 12 to 15, 16 goals? And then Dan James chipping in and Solomon or whoever plays on that left, Nonto, can you get them chipping in with maybe not 10, but maybe 6 or 7? Can as wingers chip in with them sort of numbers with a striker to complement that with 14, 15 maybe? Is that possible? I think it's possible. What I will say is Adam picked up on it late night Leeds on Friday. We need goals from set pieces. We need chipping with more goals from corners, which we have seen a little bit more this season than normal. We need more ways to score than down the flanks, cutting in and burying it, because I don't know how high our fullbacks are going to be able to play before we have to sort of change it a little bit and tweak stuff, because chances are we'll be just caught and break quite a lot, won't we? If we play it as expansive and as open as we do from time to time. Vardy would never play for us. He's always been open about how much he hates us. Yeah, true, mate. If Burnley can keep hold of Brown out of contract soon and Egan Riley, they may have a chance. Trafford is likely to be Newcastle bound. Yeah, I've got a feeling he goes there, mate, and maybe they get Pope. And this is Parker might be tight at the back in the Championship, but he'll get ripped a new one back in it. Yeah, of course. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not gonna stand up in Premier League. You're not going to be able to keep clean sheets like they have done. But the fact they're hard to beat now, does that give them any chance at all? I mean, are you going to go from conceding 14 in 45 games, yeah, to conceding 4 a game, 5 a game every single game? Maybe. But the philosophy he's got, if he signs some more, better players, which you would think he will do, along with what he's already got there, are they going to go from conceding 0 to conceding 4 a game? Like some sides do. Like I would say, whoever comes up with us are going to be, propping up the table. I would say, like we've seen in recent years, Southampton's. Are they going to get slapped up? Potentially, but it stands them in good stead. They will be confident in their defence if they can keep the players and build on that, just like we will be. Only thing I care about regarding Bristol City is 3 points. 100%, mate. 100%. But is it a pressure game? Do you think the lads will have pressure? Do you think it'll be a nervy stadium? I'm not too sure. Is it just going to be a party atmosphere? And will the players play with freedom based on that? Tickle those likes. Play with freedom against Stoke, and there were pressure on that game, wasn't there? Yeah, please stick a like on it. Cheers, Top Banana, mate. Always in there with that. Thank you. I like to bank slides now and again. Carry on as you are. We love the interaction. Lead the way. Yeah, well, that's what I mean, Andy. I only put it on for a brief moment. When I said it, I knew I'd only be on for about 4 minutes. Look at that. It was like Football Focus, wasn't it, pal? It was. We win 2. If not, we just get pissed and we are still Premier League. Well, that's it, yeah. They can't take that away from us now. The cherry on the top would be nice. Was watching a Bristol City podcast earlier. They are likely to have 3 or 4 first team players out there, left-sided defender. Yeah, I'd seen this on Joe's preview as well. On just Joe's show, he said saying they've actually got players out. We have we? Didn't really hear about it in press conference, did we? Yeah, I agree. Trafford and DJ with promotions, Hammock and Shubert Award and Chilham. Yeah, too right. Bristol Titty will be spooked tomorrow with a rampant Elland Road. Yeah, it's gonna be bouncing, isn't it? Let's be honest, it's gonna be absolutely bouncing. It's Elland Road tomorrow. It's gonna be class. We should walk this league last 2 seasons. We would have done, mate, this season if it wasn't for a certain someone between the posts. Went 4-0 with Pirot scored. And yeah, I think I went 4-0 with Pirot too, mate. I'm thinking 4s and 5s for this. What do I say all the time? Routine win. I think this will be like Stoke game all over again. We'll start fast and we get that early goal again. I think we'll smash them. Tezza, hey up, mate. Farker did say Leeds United have achieved their main promotion. The title is not that important in the big scheme of things, but nice to have. But it won't make a difference to the Leeds going forward. Yeah, as soon as the season kicks off next year, it don't matter who finished first, who finished second, does it? But like I said before, players don't have many opportunities to win silverware in a career. If you have a decent career and not everyone's James Milner to play for like 20 years, but if you have a good career, 10 to 12 years, 14 years, whatever it is, how many times you've got a chance to win a title? How many seasons of football do you play? If you're lucky, 12, 13, 14 seasons, how many times you win a title? It's few and far between, isn't it? Leeds United don't win many trophies. It's not something we're known for doing. So it is big. It is big. But promotion was the main target. But now this is like a little mini target now, isn't it? 2 games, go win them and crown yourself as champions. And yeah, I think I think they'll do it. The atmosphere tomorrow will be crazy. Where Bristol have a chance. Nice, long way to travel as well. Monday night. I doubt the fans are going to travel. I would not imagine that. I don't know what they've sold. If anyone knows, either sold both top and bottom. I would doubt it. I'm sure we'll have bottom tier. I'm sure they'll just have top bit unless someone knows otherwise. I don't get why they do the awards before the season is done. No, it makes 0 sense, mate. It makes 0 sense because you could have 2 people neck and neck, and then someone gets promoted. Someone finishes in 3rd place, like him and Sheffield United, and they don't come up. Which I don't think Sheffield United get promoted, if I'm honest. And then you've got someone in Championship, and even if you don't give it to a Leeds player, you've got Josh Brownhill, who's now Premier League, and then you've got him, who I think stays Championship. He might get a move, but I don't understand it. I do not understand it. It makes no sense. Adam says, I watch every Premier League TV game pretty much. Going to enjoy chatting about it. That's brilliant, mate. Good for you. I just don't have chat. I just don't have time, Paul. And to be fair, I find football now. I mean, I used to watch same every game. I used to watch every match at day, everything. I used to watch everything, but I find it quite boring. I find some games boring. If I add into it emotionally, I just start feeling it. A lot of that comes down to I just have to watch loads of murder series with the missus. Keeps it happy in between streams. Honestly, I watch so many BBC and ITV and Channel 5 like mini series and stuff. My God, anything with Stephen Graham in and we're just on it. It made no sense changing the Bristol game to Monday with the awards tonight too. It never makes no sense, Clem. Never. Bamford and Vardy to Wrexham. Oh, I tell you what, imagine it. Could you imagine Ryan Reynolds going all out for Vardy? I could. Maybe. Lineker and Shearer were very confident early in the season that Leeds would be in the Premier League. I thought they'd be in Premier League, mate. I walked out of Wembley saying it's Priestley. We will get promoted next season, don't you worry. Leeds have plundered 89 goals in the Championship this season, and in front of their own fans, they could rack up the goals against Bristol City 100%, mate. 100%, says her. The Robins lost 3-1 to Luton last time out, and a repeat of that scoreline could be on the cards in this one. You'll win Leeds 3-1. I'll take it. Just don't think we concede, but I would take it. Any thoughts on 3rd place playoff winners? Guess that Leeds won't win the playoffs. They are already qualified. Boy! I think Sheffield United don't even make a final, I didn't think they met final. Yeah, it's tough. Hey, I tell you what, I'm intrigued to see it. I can't wait to see who comes up. I'm hoping it's Sunderland. I hope it is. Richard Woodford. This channel reminds me of Ask Elvis on Radio 2. That was brilliant too. Thank you, pal. I didn't know where that was going. Then Ask Elvis, I was a little bit like, what's going on here? But if it were a good show, then I appreciate that. Thank you, mate. See, I call it a preview, but it's always just these are my favorite. These are my favorite things to do. Like I get Priestley on for games, and I'm hopefully going to have an instant match reaction with Priestley and Moller. It will just be a pre-record, hopefully from the car straight after the game. Try and get one of them done. Last few, we've only ever done it once, and it went down really well. But that's because we dropped points and I lost my head. Hopefully that doesn't happen tomorrow. But I do really just like me in the chat. I fucking love it. It's my favourite thing, me in the chat. I ain't got to worry about making small talk with people like Adam, small talk with people like Priestley. I can just go to it with chat, and when I catch up, it's usually about an hour and a half in it. It's time to say good night. It works really well. Middlesbrough could sneak 6th place, Jammy Dodgers. If they get in playoffs, mate, like I said earlier, I think like Richard Hogan said earlier, the standard of the league is so poor when you actually consider Middlesbrough, honestly, brilliant at one point. I hadn't even thought about them. If I looked at the table today, and they mathematically could still make playoffs. It's ridiculous. You can be so inconsistent in this league. Put 2 or 3 wins together in right spell and end up in playoffs. It's nuts. There's talk about the gulf in the Premier League to the Championship being massive. The gulf between the top 3 or top 4 at times this season to the fucking rest has been just as big. It's been a madness, the gulf in quality between the top 4 at the Championship and the rest. It's been massive. Probably the biggest gulf it's ever been, I would suggest. Take Trafford out of that team, I reckon they could. Sunderland are no for me. Yeah, I mean, I ain't too sure. I think they might be a bit too young for it, if I'm honest, I think they might be a bit too young for it. And big games this season, they've dropped points in. I don't know if they've got the big game players for it, but I want them to come up. If I had to pick anyone to come up, it's Sunderland for me. And that's the logical one to say based on the season, but I've just got a feeling they've thrown it away myself. It's our lads' title to win. They should be able to enjoy it now. Yeah, 100%. And they do deserve the title, though. Even in Matty, late, but there should be no pressure on Motto. Yeah, there shouldn't be. There shouldn't be. I want them to win the title, and I know they'll want to win it. So there'll be an element of that. They'll put the pressure on themselves to win the 2 games. But it is like a free. Just go out and that's what I said it before on another stream for that Stoke game. You know, the pressure were on at Oxford. For me, then they had to win at Stoke, obviously, but winning that game at Oxford, it set us up nicely, knowing that even if we'd have dropped points against Stoke, we still had 2 games to get enough to go over the line. We'd done the hard work there. And now it's about enjoying your football, because these moments don't come around very often. So go out and enjoy it, express yourself. Farker's not massive on expression, I don't think sometimes. Stokey let the leashes off and they prove what they could do. That could be the same again tonight. That could happen again tonight. Tomorrow. That could be the same again tomorrow. Let the shackles off. Go enjoy your football. Sorry, guys. And if that happens again, like I say, I can't remember what I said on late night Leeds. Was it 4 or 5? 5-0, but I'm expecting something like that. Plenty of goals. It'd just be a carnival atmosphere, man, I think. Just be a carnival atmosphere. Sorry, I'm just forgot to do something earlier. There we go. Brent paid. Thanks, Lee. Much appreciated, buddy. PSF, why are so many Leeds fans predicting us to struggle? The 49ers are ambitious. Why aren't we? What is wrong with us? We can take our rightful place in the Premier League. Struggle next season, just based on the standard of the league, mate. I mean, even if we sign good players, they've got a bed in. Everybody else in the division's already got good players. I just don't think you can come into the Premier League and expect much more than a mid to low end, finish. I just don't. PSF I struggle based on the fact that our division is, and when you're new boys in it, I think if you're tipping us to stay up, regardless of it being a struggle, I think you're about right with that. I don't think anyone really should be tipping us to do much better than for 13, 14. It's a really good year. And then after that, you build PSF, but it's such a difficult thing to go into that Premier League now, mate. For me, I think it's wild to suggest anything else other than that. If you're tipping a top 10, I think you're really, really going with your heart there, and fair play to you. I'm all about optimism. I love that, but I just don't see it. 3-1 or 5-4 tomorrow. More slides than an ice rink mile. Yeah, not really. Bristol won't roll over and let us tickle their bellies, but we should. Yeah, well, they've got it all to play for still, haven't they? They need a win, don't they? They need a win to guarantee playoffs, not to keep it running for playoffs. So it's tough in that aspect, but there's just no stopping us now, I don't think. Big love, mate. I hope to see you tomorrow. Yeah, Russ, mate. I hope to see you too, mate. I should be in Peacock in and around an hour before kick-off, maybe a little bit longer, but yeah, if you're about, give me a bell. Philip Anderson, here he is. How you doing, mate? All right, mate. Still buzzing. We are going up, and these last two easy matches, in my opinion. Yeah, everyone said this is the hardest game because of where they are in division. Looked at the form, one winning 14 away from home. These are getting battled tomorrow for me. I asked. Plymouth away, probably trickier, but then again, they'll be already relegated at that point, if not already on goal difference. Really should be 2 wins. It really should be 2 wins. You know, away to Oxford, at home to Stoke, that was a nice double fixture there to win promotion. And now, you know, Bristol at home and Plymouth away is a really nice double fixture to clinch the title. You know, the way the fixtures have landed for us, when we got all the big hitters, so to speak, throughout the season done, and we had a nice finish. Whereas last season it seemed a little bit tricky. We saw Southampton to play second to last game. Had some tricky games in there, going away to QPR. Tricky. It wasn't for Burnley, but it was tricky for us last year. I think these fixtures this year have fallen nicely for us. Been a nicer end to the season. We've been able to sort of like just ease into these last few games and you know, enjoy it. Carnival atmosphere now because the pressure's off. 3-1 Leeds, says Lee. The title will have Leeds United's name on it. Very optimistic, and I'm loving it. And we on that one. Farker will not be saying the title is not important. Yeah, I agree. That's something I agree with. He might be saying the important part is done, clinching promotion, because it is. That is the important part. But there's no way on God's earth is anybody in that changing room or at Thorpe Park or at Elland Road saying they don't want that title. 100%. You bang on with that, mate. He will be drilling it into him. They won't even need it drilling into him. And the best thing is, you've clinched promotion, so now you can go win the title with the pressure off. But they're still wanting to do it, but the pressure's gone now. You know, a lot of the fans aren't asked about the title. I am, and a lot of people in here are, but some of them aren't. And that's fine. So it does alleviate a bit of pressure. Whereas we could have won the title, but still not steal promotion till last day as well, you know, which would have been tough. Sunderland v Sheffield United playoff final. Decent game, that, mate. Despite their celebrations after beating the Blades, Burnley can still go out and win away at QPR. It shows how focused they are, yeah. Leeds have to follow suit if they want to be serious outfit going forward. Yeah, professional. Burnley have been very professional, Michael. Very professional. Ampadu will score tomorrow, got a feeling. Oof, that's a big call. Andy, Matty, based on one City team and fan base only, what place does that give Leeds? Hypothetical league table. Top 6. Top 6. Not based on football, not based on, if you base it on, like I say, one City team, fan base, history, base it all. I'm a top 6 club, mate. Top 6. I put us above a lot of sides. I really would. Put us above a lot of sides. But the side has to match that, doesn't it? The size, the side, the team, the players has to match that one City team, that fan base, the history of the club, the size of the potential, the fan base. It's all got to be in line with the playing squad we currently have, and that isn't top 6. But everything else about the club is handy for me. I even think the owners now are that top end. I really do. Maybe not in terms of brass compared to Man City's. I don't know. I know we are decent. They've got a lot of backing, but I think everything about the club has always been there in terms of being a top giant in English football. But the side has to match it, mate. Just look now. Elland Road is a sellout for tomorrow, according to the Leeds ticketing website. Yeah, it's Russ. It's been a sellout forever, mate. As this fixture, I will look at it, get a ticket, but they do keep popping up singles dotted about. But honestly, as soon as you click on them, they're already gone. That track and field again. Oh, try to get in there for a ticket before someone else gets it. I think Vardy goes MLS. His wife, yeah, I could see that too, Danny. God, yeah, Vardy at Wrexham, very possible. Imagine, Lee, it'd be class, wouldn't it? It'd be class. Be class. Stephen Graham is a magnificent actor. Love his acting. Yeah, Sean, watch all his stuff 3 or 4 times, to be fair. We'll watch it quite a bit. Finishing 100 points, 100 goals. Would be nice, that, wouldn't it? Mad to win it. Finish on 100 points, we might only win it on goal difference. It's nuts. It's nuts. Only Leeds United can get into a position where it's just unwritten that shit like this happens. We win title, COVID comes in. Last season, 90-point trophy and all that shit don't end up going up. This season, if it weren't for a spectacular goal difference, we could have finished second on 100 points, you know. It's a madness. It's a madness. Or one of us could drop points. You know, they could drop points to Millwall. We could maybe drop points, and one of you finishes second on 97, which won Leicester title last year, didn't it? Which is mad. Sam Smith, Wrexham striker, on 12 grand a week. They're going to have to open the pockets a bit more, aren't they, pal? Don't care who wins the playoffs, as they will be relegated with Burnley and one other not Aussie. I agree. Russ says, from Bristol City website, more than 1,400 tickets have already been sold, with tickets along with coach travel going off sale at 10:30 on Monday. Subject to thanks for that, buddy. Well, I had a ticket for that game in the Bristol end, paid for it, and then they sent me an email and says, we are led to believe, after talks with Leeds United, that you have history at Leeds United and we think you're a Leeds United fan. So here's a refund. You cannot have seats with us, you twats. And me and Sean from Wilco Whites, Sean, yes, I don't know if you're watching this. I need to send you your money back. It came in my bank on Friday. Friday. I forgot to get it back. He's watching this. He'll be messaging me, give me my money back. Yeah, I need to send him that back. I do. That's why I quit. Don't finish work till 5:30. Watch on Sky Sports Leeds TV. Yeah, Sky Sports Leeds TV. Almost a year ago, Ipswich and Leicester were mocking Leeds after getting promotion. Yeah, oh, it's so nice, isn't it? Passing them up way up. It's the way it goes, though, isn't it? I think Ipswich will come back up next season. They'll lose players. They'll lose Delap. They'll lose a few. If Firpo doesn't stay, would any of you have Leif Davis back? I'm saying it'll happen, but not even the fact of him coming back, because I know he'd been in Leeds before, but he weren't really a mainstay, was he? He was a kid, really. But would you have Leif Davis at Leeds United Prem? Or was he just a championship player in your eyes? Well, Wrexham will be under PSR. Now the rules are different in League 1 and 2. Yeah, true. Middlesbrough could finish 6th, meaning they would play 3rd in the semi-cup. Oh, imagine, mate. Can you imagine the train lines to Wembley? Wow, it'd be class, wouldn't it? Richard, the Ask Elvis was a show where you just ask random questions, but it's Elvis that answers. You need to look it up on Radio 2. Ask Elvis. I'll have a look. It'll be on YouTube, won't it? I'll have a little Google of that, man. Have a look. They call it way too early to do, mate. What happens if Hamer gets sent off in the semis or miss a winning pen? Yeah, it is ludicrous, pal. They call it way too early. I just don't understand it. Chris says 6th place Coventry are closer to the bottom 3 than the top 2. That says everything about the league. Is that true, Chris? That's a madness, That's a madness. Southampton beat Leeds in playoff final and then capitulate in the Premier League. Embarrassing. Well, they won 2 games all season since Wembley. 2 games. The last 12 months have been beautiful as a Leeds fan, and they've just had a shocker. I want Bristol going up 6 points for us next season. Yeah, true. That'll be 12 because we'll get 6 off Scum. You going tomorrow, Matty? Pint at the Peacock beforehand? Sounds good, Billy, my mate. Give me a message. Say I'm going with somebody else who'll have their ticket on their phone. I'm replacing my gaffer. I'm going with my gaffer's son and his grandson. So it's not squeaky clean as usual. Meet Priestley and do all that because I've got my own ticket. Yeah, I'm not too sure of what I'm doing and where I am, but I'll be in the Peacock at some point before kick-off, Billy. So give me a message tomorrow, pal. $39 points in April. How the mighty have fallen. Michael, this is the best part of getting promotion along with the celebrations, speculating which players Leeds United could. Yeah, 100%. Winning league tops off the season, it does. But it's an exciting summer. And you know what, content creators, you know what it is? I don't know if I'm going to struggle, for content. Probably not. I can talk for England cars, you know. But I don't like the clickbait stuff. You know, I saw Paul Merson say Leeds United should look at Sterling. And then everyone was talking about Raheem Sterling, like there was a credible link there. I think Merson was just giving his opinion. I don't know when it comes to like Priestley's messaged me today. He's messaged me the last few days. He's actually going to get a setup and a mic and all that. I told him it don't matter, but just turn your fucking lights on, mate. Just turn your lights on. Put some lecky in tank. You know, it's all right having a microphone and camera and that. How are you going to run it? No, but all jokes aside, he wants to do some sort of like because he loves his Twitter, does Priestley. I don't know why, but he's always engulfed in that. And he wants to do a bit of a I've done it before, a bit of a transfer bits and bullshit. I think where we talk about links that have been, you know, put in the ether for Leeds United, and he'll just bat them away and say it's bullshit or if he thinks are viable and what they'll bring to the side. And that's what he actually wants to do some sort of shows like that. So we'll do some on transfers. It's something we've got to do to keep channel going and putting content out while there's no games. But I struggle with all that, you know. It's just not my sort of bag. But we'll have to do it. We'll have to do it. And to be fair, as a viewer, I used to love watching like Connor back in the day when I remember Ben White saga, watching Connor, we're going to sign him, are we not? Watching Joe. So I'll probably do the same, but it's something I used to really see how it goes. Clem, it's only 10 home wins and 10 draws to stay up. Sounds so easy. It does, doesn't it? It does. Bristol need a win, maybe a draw to make the playoffs. I think they will do it at home. Yeah, I think they beat Preston at home, and that'll be enough for them, I think, regardless of what we do. And are you that one person who hasn't given Whitesnake Bites a free subscribe? He's only 202. Help a brother out. Yeah, I've subscribed to him. I think I've subscribed to him on both my channels, to be fair. I've got this and I've got Matty Foster, just one that I had before I made this. So I've everyone I subscribe to who I like, I've given 2 subscribers to. Yeah, anybody else on here, Whitesnake Bites, go check him out. Steve is a lovely guy. Lovely guy. Did a review of this channel as well last week. So go check him out. Good guy. Lee, agreed. Top 6. It was just finding the right people to run. Now we have the 49ers. 100%. 100%. Bedtime. See you later, Arthur. Take it easy, mate. Have a good Monday. Evening, Surrey lad. Late again. It's not like you. You're slipping, Mark. You're slipping. I'm going to jump off, mate, but hope you enjoy the game tomorrow. Come on, Leeds. Cheers, Archie. Take care, mate. Thank you so much for jumping on. We got relegated with 31 points from the Premier League. We probably need around 38 to stay up next season. Yeah, they always talk about the 40-point mark. It's probably not quite that now, but yeah, Jer is there tomorrow as well. I'm going to have to meet up with Jer if he's there. I have to send him a message. I didn't realise Jer were going. Ever been done? 2 teams, 100 points going up, Robert? I don't think it has, mate. I don't think it has. So maybe someone else can correct me. I asked Stato, but I would be gobsmacked if 2 sides have gone up with more than 100 points. Hey up, Bob. Hi, Matt. Glad the Farker debacle is over. Anyone who agreed he should go would accept Red Bull Leeds, winning at any cost with no slips. Yeah, no, I know. Will he be good enough to be there at game 38? I hope so. Next season, I hope so. If it wasn't for Mez, it would be 80. Yeah, it is mad to think, mate. It is mad. We've said it all season, haven't we? Then it's still something that'll be a bit of a bugbear for us for a while, I think. But have we seen last of Melly in a Leeds shirt? I think so. I do. And I know Danny's in chat and he'll say he'll be there next season. Maybe he could be as a number 2 if no one. It's hard because who'd buy him? Who'd buy Melly based on this season? Like, who's going to put the man in the pocket? Because Leeds aren't going to let him go for a couple of million. You know, they're still going to. Leeds will still value him. I mean, we're still fucking playing him till recently. So Leeds will still value him, I would imagine, at 10, 12, which isn't massive. But for a goalkeeper that costs you points instead of wins you points, it might as well be fucking 100 million, hasn't it? Millwall might sneak the play. Oh, I hope not. Lee, don't swear at me, lad. Yeah, no, they could. They could. That's what I was looking at as well. I wanted Millwall to actually win their last game. I can't remember played now. The 1-1-0, though, didn't they? And I can't stand Millwall, as you all know on this channel. But I looked in the 1-1-0 and I thought, well, that sets them up nicely because they have to go beat Burnley to get in playoffs. So that gives us a massive chance that Burnley at home against Millwall, it should be a fucking breeze. They haven't lost there all season. Could Millwall go and nick a draw? It gives them something to play for. So I was quite happy Millwall won the other day, which I'm surprised at, really. But yeah, I'm saying, mate, I don't. But Millwall have an outside chance at playoffs. Stranger Strauch, Dan James and Rothwell out. I wasn't. Oh, I'm feeling anxious. Joe will be happy. He got his ticket early for tomorrow night. Ah, good lad. I'm actually going to voice note him now. I do voice notes, me. Yo, Jer, I'm just doing a live now, mate, and I've just been told you're at the game tomorrow. I didn't realise. Are you about to meet and I'll buy you a pint? You can buy me a pint. Are you about anyway, mate? Let me know. And be nice to meet you tomorrow and see all 6'8" of you, you giant. Cheers, pal. Hope you well, mate. Oh, hear back from him tomorrow. If we had a steady Eddie in goal, we would have been breaking our records. Yeah, we would, pal, 100%. We have to credit Burnley if we both get 100 points, but then blame Mez for not breaking the 106 record. Yeah, it would have been, wouldn't it? It would have been. Genuinely would have been. Leif Davis, nah. You know what it is? I'm always behind on chat. I'm 8 minutes behind now. And I'm seeing things saying, no. And I'm thinking, what's happened here? Leif Davis, nah. I remember that now. Would you have Leif Davis back? No, not a Leif. Thank God we're not in this league next year. He's looking at ball eight with the teams. Yeah, it is. To be fair, when you look at teams, it looks it does look a difficult one, doesn't it, pal? 100% have Davis back. He's much better than player than the one that left for 1 million. Leif Davis even sounds championship. Even sounds it. I get some extra money, and the shop is out of away shirts in large. Unfortunate time in Gulf Coast, Florida man of the Gulf Coast. Sounds exotic, mate. Hope you're well, buddy. Not a Leaf need real quality. He's got a good left foot. He's got a wand of a left foot. Is that not good enough for you? Gabe on Connor stream mentioned go for Jack Grealish. Yes, Lee. Someone said that earlier as well, mate. And I'm not too sure. Not too sure. We'll go for him, pal. But I wouldn't say no if he were there. No, Leif Davis is a liability, similar to Melia. You know, a calamity is pending. Is Strauch and Rodon good enough for the Premier League? Yeah, but you need. Yeah, I think it's hard because I love Strauch, but I'd probably say Rodon's better than Strauch, and I love Strauch. It's hard, isn't it? Because you want to upgrade, you want to bring people in to challenge them. But if I'm honest, Dominic, I'd be shocked if Strauch and Rodon aren't starting that first Premier League game. But we need to bring other players in. Are Strauch and Rodon going to be still playing 12 games in? Maybe not. We need to bring someone else in to challenge him. And I think Rodon's a one for me who's probably safe. Strauch is in and out of injuries. He always injured. You got to remember with Strauch, he's always injured for a period of time in the season. So you need a top quality operator to replace him in those moments. It can't be Ampadu. Ampadu can't be filling in. Ampadu can't be third best centre half next season. He can't be. And I think Voba won't be in me. But I think Strauch and Rodon are good enough, mate. But they're only good enough for a point. Do you know what I mean? They're good enough to be competitive and stay up. And then you kick on again, don't you? Hey up, Aisha. Firpo has to stay and he needs a new yellow kit. I've seen a lot of people say that like Firpo with a yellow kit, don't they? Transfer window, I'll be doing 3 streams a week. Nice one, Danny. I like the consistent stuff you're doing at the minute. Transfer rumours, Matty, do things like that. Yeah, I will. I just don't like being clickbaity. And I've said so much about clickbaity stuff, I can't go back on my word either. So anything I do, it will be rumours and it will literally be, you will know how I feel about them. I don't want to put anything misleading because I don't like that. I don't like it's just me that, but it makes it probably less likely to be clicked on, and you'll always get less views if you're not willing to do that. But I aren't that bothered about that, you know. I do what I'd like to watch. I never realised till I started doing this that I like to watch overweight, chubby people with ginger mustaches who just chat and don't really bring much to the table in terms of preparation. I didn't realise I enjoyed that, but I actually do, I think. Matty, you even give 2 subs? If so, thank you. Yeah, I did 2 as well, mate. I do it to you, Wilco Weiss. Anybody who on Leeds Bros, anybody I really like, I make a point of logging out, logging in the other one and doing it, mate. Might be a world record, not sure if it's happened. I don't think it's happened. Can't see him as being. I'll be gobsmacked, Chris. I'll be gobsmacked. Yeah, he's the opposition's player at season. Yeah. I liked Big Sam, but in reality, it was never going to happen in 4 matches. Yeah, mate. 500 grand and send Mez on his way. I'll drive him. It's not going to happen, mate. They'll have a tag on him that they want to get, and I bet it's over 10 million. Promotion presentation tomorrow and lap of appreciation at full time should be very party atmosphere tomorrow. Yeah, it should be, mate. Can't wait. I also get to keep my lead shirts, You do, lad. You do. Millwall are the only team to have beaten Burnley, Leeds United, Sheffield United in the league. Wow. I can also see Mez coming back to the Premier in a couple of years, twice the player he is now, just needs a lower pressure than Chris. I disagree with that, buddy. I can't. I just don't think. I don't think he's a player we all ever thought he was going to be. I don't think he'll ever get there. I really don't. Joe did mention in his podcast that he would be in the Peacock before the Leeds United match against Bristol City, and that he might be watching the match in the corporate box, maybe the Bremen Street. Oh, sound. The 78 RPM CVR, not caught alive before, but you are number one at keeping with a chat. Very impressive. Thanks, buddy. I want to say, I always said, mate, it was easy because I never had big numbers, and I loved how I could. Obviously, you want to. What you do, you want to grow and get better, don't you, and bigger and better and all that. Obviously, you want to do it and then you grow. You never want to just stay. But I always loved like having 30, 40, 50 people in chat, and I was like, I love that. There's 82 in here now, and this is becoming regular. All it means is I keep going. So I keep going until I catch up with chat. Sometimes it's 2 hours, sometimes it's an hour and a half. Whatever it is, I keep going till I can't. And what I'll do is, when I get to a point where if it keeps going beyond this, which who knows, it might not. I might hit my ceiling now, and if I have, incredible. I never thought I'd get anywhere near this. But what I will say is, as soon as if it ever gets above this and I'm struggling, I'll just be honest. I'll just say I'm struggling. I'm having to skip chats. I don't like doing it. I struggle when there's more people on the, when it's a bit of a panel show, it can be difficult. I bring chats up, but I don't read them out, obviously, because there's people talking. But when it's me in the chat, it's my favourite thing because I can really interact one-on-one with it. And sometimes it's just a little comment, like Callum now, Leeds, my good friend Callum at LFC Passion, check my boy out. But it's nice. I know what it's like as a viewer to watch these shows. That's all I've done for years. And you sat there waiting for your comment to get read out. What I want is when you're watching this channel and my show is to know it's going to get read out, or at least it's going to come up on screen. Do you know what I mean? Like I make a point of it. And when the day comes, I can't do that, buddy. You'll all be first to know that, man. I think Joe's in the West Stand tomorrow. Yeah, man. I didn't realize Joe was so tall. He looks small. Yeah. Well, I say I'm gutted because he's a number 9, and so am I for that Creators Cup, and I'm competing with him for that number 9 shirt, which just isn't a good place to be because I guarantee he's a lot fitter than me. 2.2k, my bro. Oh, thank you, mate. Oh, they hit 2.2k now. Thank you for letting me know that, buddy. Thank you very much. Yeah, class. Thank you so much. For anyone who's new tonight who's subscribed, means a lot. Thank you. Millwall beat us, but yeah, they did. Crazy. They're just a tough team sometimes, aren't they, Millwall? They are always tough. There's Callum's channel, Passion for Leeds. Rodon is Strauch. Will be replaced. Amps is not a Prem level centre. Yeah, no, I agree. At this level, is a decent backup centre half. Is Amper? Some people say it's his best position. I don't think it's his best, but I think he doesn't drop much in terms of level of performance from midfield to centre half. I think if you see Amper at centre half at Prem, I think he'll be exposed. I don't think he'll be nowhere near good enough for that. But he's been a decent standing at this level, hasn't he? Really good standing at this level. If you haven't checked out my mate before as well, Sean at Wilco Whites, he's getting close. I think he's about 20 odd subs away from 200. I'd love him to get that in the next few weeks. Before season ends, let's try and get some of these. Callum, try and get him to 100 subs if you can at LFC Passion. Danny Rumsey, Sean at Wilco Whites, can we get them in and around 200? It'd be lovely. Please check them out. Be much appreciated. Anderson Strauch, you never know which 50 pence had it. Yeah, there once upon a time when he couldn't hit a ball in opposition box. Every time he had it, it went over wide. He couldn't hit a cow's ass with a banjo, could he? But he has this season. He's done really well. 5-0. Yeah, I think it's going to be that, mate. I think it's going to be like that. I hope we get a statement signing. I think there will be, pal. I think there'll be a few statement signings, I do. But I also think there'll be the statement signing might not be as best signing. I think we'll do some really good business in terms of maybe the value not being what you'd be wanting it to be. You want to break records. You want to look at your players coming in, see 15, 20, 30 million pound players. But I think there'll be some little nuggets in there that'll come good for us, like a Tanaka. What you don't want to do is overspend for players. Certain players like Southampton did and spend 103 million on shite, to be fair, and then still get relegated. The transfer window opens on 1st of June, 10 days from Premier League clubs. World Club open 16th of June until 1st of September. Good thing is that clubs can't raid Leeds for the best player. Yeah, that is a good thing, that Michael, actually, mate, yeah. Danny says, I'm even learning to look at the chat when I'm live. Good lad. Bob Young, only 5 teams have reached 100 points in the past 20 years. Reading at 106, yeah, Newcastle 102, Leicester 102, Burnley 100. No, 2 teams have reached it. Cheers for that, Bob. Burnley, that was under company, wasn't it? Lee J finally made it for a live as a member. Go on, Lee. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, I might as well say that. Yeah, the channel has memberships now. If anybody wants to become a member, you can do. I would really appreciate it, but it's not. Don't worry about it as well. It's absolutely fine. I don't really expect it to, but a few people have trickled through as members. And thank you so much. Lee's a massive supporter of the channel as well. Lee, I don't know if you know, mate, but we have got a WhatsApp group. The number is in the dashboard side of the membership side on here. So anybody who becomes a member, we have a Imagine Not Being Leeds member WhatsApp with Priestley, Sean at Wilco White's, myself, obviously, and Adam from Late Night Leeds. And yeah, some of the chats in there go off. It's funny. It's been popping today, as that, to be fair. I've sort of kept out of it today because I've had a few messages me saying what's wrong, and then I put that stream out early and they understood. But yeah, it's quite a good group to get involved in. So if you do want to become a member to support the channel, it's fine. And if you don't, that's great. But yeah, there's a WhatsApp group for you if you wanna get in there, which is good value, to be fair. I've sort of dipped my toe in water in and out of it today, and it's been a funny place, to be honest. Andy wrote, is there still a possibility Coventry can win the playoffs? Big Frank's like a bad fart. Mate, it's mad, innit? 3-4 weeks ago, we were getting beat by Frank Lampard in playoffs, weren't we? Mad, innit? David Oliver, MOT all Leeds out. We can't see Cov winning them, no, I mean either. Winning the league will make the parade. So yeah, it will, 100%, buddy. 100%. It'll make it a lot sweeter. Leeds are the only top 4 team to win at Oxford. Is that really? Mad, innit? Cheers, everyone, for getting Matty to 2.2k. If you haven't hit the likes in the chat, links in the chat, please do. All Leeds fans finding their feet. Yeah, too right. Cheers for that, Danny, mate. Controversial opinion. I think we can do better than Ampadu in midfield, said Robert. You know what it is, right? I don't even think that's controversial, buddy. I think we can do better than Ampadu. We can do better than most players. It's just, are we gonna be able to, attract them when you come up, you go down, don't you? You come up, you get relegated again, don't you? That's what everyone's telling us. Are we going to have a top draw player take that gamble on Leeds United like a Rafinha did? Are you going to have a player like that? Is there some players out there that Leeds are already looking at who they think can be that level of calibre of player, who may take a risk because none of big boys are coming for them? Because how many talented players around here does all big sides know about? You look at Tanaka, you can't tell me all big boys didn't know about Tanaka. Of course they did. When we got Rafinha, they all know about him as well. But sometimes they don't take the gamble. Sometimes they won't look at a player and go, yeah, we'll spend 3 million on Tanaka. Or they'll look at Rafinha. We won't spend 17 million on him. What we'll do is we'll let them buy him, and then we don't mind spending 40 if he's really good. Can we attract that kind of calibre of play? Yes, we can. Is the players out there better than Ampadu 100%? But he's our captain. He's a massive favourite of Farke. Farke doesn't like change, really. I think Farke may struggle to actually integrate new players into this starting lineup because he really likes the side, doesn't he? I could see us kicking off with exactly the same lineup we see tomorrow, first game of the season. I'm only joking, but I don't know if I am actually. Yeah, you could see a star-studded bench and still the same lineup we see at Bristol City tomorrow, first game of the season, probably at Anfield. Danny's 38 away from 200. It'd be a class if we can get Danny to 200 in the next few weeks. Really would be. We're going to batter City tomorrow. What do you think? I'm saying 4-0. Lee, 4 or 5. I'm saying 2 because I can't remember what I said in Late Night Leeds. But yeah, 4 or 5. I think so, man. I think Pinot bags another couple. Gets him over 20. He's on 19, I think, now. Richard Woodford, you do very well, Matt, with the chat. You are the best when it comes to that. Even I get on when I have a drink most nights. Thanks for your hard work. You are a credit to the YouTube. Thanks, buddy. Thank you, mate. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. Yeah, I love that. Thank you. Scott Poulter. Wouldn't it be good if we scored 11 goals in the last... Mate, it's not going to happen, bud. But yeah, I think we're just going to be shy of it, aren't we? But I am expecting goals tomorrow. Like say 4 or 5. Can we do it? Yeah, 4. Imagine getting 4 and then getting like 5 and getting 6 at Plymouth. Just don't think it's happening. I think we're just shy. I bet we get about 90, 94, 95 goals, something like that. Solomon must get signed. Rothwell perhaps. Rodney solid. Amson Strout not sure. And Firpo isn't Premier League. Could he be now though? Could he be now? Could he be now? With the improvement under Farker, the confidence, the fact that you know he's got the best song at Leeds shows how much he's come on. The step up's incredible. I get that. Is he a better player now than he was then? Yes. Is that because of the level drop? I think he's a better player. Is he good enough to play left back at Leeds United, full back at Leeds United, when he stands in the 9 position at most games, you know, or in the 10 position for Leeds United? We're going to get caught out behind if we play like that. It'll be suicide at that level. But I do want to see him at Leeds. I want to see him at Leeds. But we need competition for him, mate. 100%. We need players in there who are maybe better than Firpo. And Firpo's got to raise again. The 78 RPM saviour. I think some players we have like Largic, Schmidt, and Nonto will be better than many expect in the Prem school. Yeah, you know what it is. I don't disagree with that. I really don't. It sounds mental to think Largy and Schmidt, bit part players, Nonto at times in Championship, they're going to go up and set the world alight. I've got a feeling with them 3 players. You might be right, you know. That's if Largy sticks around. I'm really intrigued to see what happens with Ramazani, because the celebration that Ramazani's done made everyone think he's dead happy, which he is, but he won't be happy not playing football, and he hasn't played enough football. He will not be happy at the amount of minutes he's played this season. No matter what anybody says, he will not be happy with that. Is he happy in the environment? Does it? Yeah, maybe Mufaki can get on, I don't know, but he ain't going to be happy every game not getting minutes. If someone comes in for Ramazani, does he look beyond that? Because if you're not getting minutes in Championship, what makes him think he can play in Premier League? And that surely that'll be in his psyche. But I do believe, given minutes, we saw Nonto were better for Leeds as a Premier League player than he's been in Championship at any point. Schmidt, outstanding every minute I've seen him, and Large is a talent, so 100% you could be right with that. It sounds wild, but I think they could potentially be better in Prem than Championship. Matty, you reckon we win our last 2 games on title? Yeah, David, I do. I think we do. I don't even think we concede a goal. I think we win 4 or 5-0, and I think we go out of Plymouth and maybe get a 1 or 2-0 tough victory. Yeah, I don't see us conceding a goal, mate. When we get champions, then do we need to win the last 2 games? Yeah, we do. We do. Could Millwall upset Burnley? They could maybe get a draw at Burnley, but I don't think so. I think Burnley beat Millwall, so we need to win them both. No Piro, no party. Yeah, hey, Bjorn, thank you for your message earlier, bud. So many nice messages on my last video. I will be getting around to all of them. You'll be getting a reply. Quite overwhelming, the love for that video, an off-the-cuff video while I'm driving, putting my emotion out there. Really appreciate it. You will be getting a reply back. Thanks for that, buddy. And that's to everybody as well. Thank you. I don't think Bristol City will be hard. No, the league position says it should be no Piro, no party, but 1 win in 14 away from home. One win out of 14 away from home. They ain't doing no. Duncan, I'm lying, Matty. Only just back from watching London Marathon. Hope you are feeling a bit better, mate, and ready for some celebrations tomorrow. Hold on, Jer's just messaging me. Yeah, mate, I'll be at the Peacock around 5-ish, and then I'm in the Bremner Suite around 5-ish. Oh, that's early, that. I ain't going to be down there for 5. Oh, mental. It's at Bremner Suite. Don't be so posh, Jer. Don't be so posh. Get out of us. Stay in Peacock, mate. Stay in Peacock. I might try and meet him afterwards then. 3-0 will do me tomorrow night. Yes, Richard, it will do me very much too. Night all, leaving chat phone dying. Top Banana, thank you very much, buddy. All leads that way, MOT. Cheers, pal, thank you. Now, Farker's a realist. He wants better players. He knows he needs them. Let's hope so. Imagine. Piro's up top. Firpo's at left back. Mellier's back in goal because Darlow's moved on. Matty, do you anticipate Isaac Schmidt integrity integration. I hear that word, integration, into the side. He wants to keep his Swiss caps going. It's an Arden, mate. Honestly, it's such an Arden to see. The players who haven't played much minutes this season, when you go up to Premier League, it's an harder level. Then you buy new players. It's hard to imagine. But Schmidt's a talent. But you'd have to look at it and go, if he's a winger, I don't see how he starts for Leeds United. If he's a fullback, yeah, back up to Bogle. Any injuries, he could start over Firpo. Is he seen as a winger because the wingers we've got now, or do we lose Solomon? Is he next in line for that spot with Ramazani? I just think whatever position he is, will be filling more talent in those positions. So it's hard to imagine him really making a dint in his Leeds United career. But I hope he does, because he's a fucking great player. A few in the onion bag to Moz wouldn't be bad, and a win at Plymouth. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think we'll bang a few in the onion bag tomorrow. I have 100 points, 100 goals bet with a mate for 50 quid. I was pissed when I made it. I don't think you're going to get the goals, mate, but it's unlucky. It is unlucky. Richard Wood thought, Matty, mate, I need you as much as you need us. I need you as much as you need us. Your channel makes my day and keeps me off other sites I am trying to avoid. I'm glad to hear that. Well, make sure you avoid them. And I don't know what you mean. There's a lot of vices you can go on. I'm not sure which ones or all of them. But if you ever think you need to go on them, just give me a message, mate, on one of my socials, and we'll have a chat about it. Even if I'm not on, mate, just reach out. Genuinely, just send me a message, pal. But no, I appreciate that, mate. But I definitely need you more than you need me. Trust me. Trust me. I'll just be sat here like that. There's nobody here to watch me slides. Do you know what I mean? I felt shit today. And I've hated it, as you've seen. And then I've come on here tonight, and you guys have all cheered me up. You know, Leeds United cheers me up. It's my thing. And I am worried about not being able to go Elland Road and stuff for so long with season, pre-season stuff. It's bothering me. It's bothering me. And I know that's part and parcel. My leg's going under the table here. I know that's part and parcel of, I'm feeling, I'm going to start to teeter off. My mood's going to teeter off at season ends. I know it is. Because that natural high that Leeds gives me. I mean, I'm not a big drinker. I do have a drink, but I'm not a big drinker. I've never touched a drug in my life. I'm a really clean guy, apart from just maybe not clean when it comes to eating, but as a natural high, I don't like roller coasters. Don't like anything that gives me adrenaline. Leeds United's enough for me, and I think it's just going to be quite mundane in it without the football. It is a bit of a worry, really. So obviously I'll still have the channel going, and I'll still be doing stuff, but not actually physically going to Elland Road. Man, even next season at Prem, 4 games less. There'll be no weeks really where you play Tuesday, Saturday, and you get lucky where there's a couple back to back at home. None of that. It's a bit sad, really. It brings more joy than knowing we've got football on a Tuesday and a Saturday in the same week at Elland Road. You're like, get in, best week ever when that happens. Farker asking for his own song melts your blooming heart. Yeah, it does, to be fair. Yeah. It's mad how he ain't got one, really. Rusty Tin Can. Please go check out Rusty Tin Can's channel, by the way. I ain't got your link, but if anyone's got it, bang it in the chat. He's a really, really nice guy. I mean, speaking to him today, he's called Eddie. Really good guy. Only got a few videos out, but really, really good content. Sat in his van, chatting Leeds. Bit like I do. Love it. Hard-working family man. When he gets his confidence up, he will be bobbing on channel now and again as well. So be someone else down here to bang some links in at some point going forward. Big fan of the channel. It all depends if we sign Solomon, whether Ramazani's in next season. Very true. Ben White coming back to Elland Road, only play 30. Mate, I'd snap your hand off. I really would. Hey up, Brookie. Hey up, bud. Hope you're well, mate. Yeah, I'm all right, buddy. Thank you. Andy Rose. Some dude in Tenerife has had a big bet. Treble on Leeds winning the league. Oh, wow. Yeah, man. Someone got Jer tickets for the Birmingham Suite, as he mentioned on his podcast. Legend. See, I've not watched much of, I've watched all Jer stuff. I haven't watched much of anyone's for a while. Been dead busy. I'm in my uncle's box tomorrow again. Can't wait. Hopefully another 3 points. Oh, nice one, man. Solomon Key, please sign him. Yeah, I agree. I'm in the Pavilion Hospitality, but if I end up on a table full of snobs eating prawn sandwiches, I'll see you in the Peacock. Yeah, man. Schmidt's a versatile player. He thinks he can play anywhere. I'm not betting against improving that. Good stuff. Be interesting to see what it, because we all thought he was a fullback. He's played pretty much nowhere now, bar as a winger since he's been coming on lately. Yeah, Matty, did you see what happened Headingley, mate, on Saturday? I did, buddy. Yeah, scary world, mate. Scary world of bringing kids up in. That knocked me a bit on Saturday. I won't lie. It's mental. Yeah, it is a scary world, pal. Honestly, it's really bad. Castleford Tigers will get you through the summer. Richard Hogan. Don't fucking start, you. Oh, don't start. No, mate. Danny, you too, mate. You too. Rhinos through and through. Although it's a very hard sport at the minute to love because it does my chuffing head in. Yellow card in every game. It's turning such a soft game. But yeah, the Rhinos seem to have turned it around. I know they got beat against OKR on Friday. But they seem to have turned it around. They're playing well under Brad Arthur. Rusty Tin Can, you'll be fine, Matty. There are plenty of news rumour signings before you know it will be. Yeah, I know, mate. I know, buddy. Look at that. Danny's banged your link. Danny, you're an absolute star. Thank you for that, buddy. Rusty Tin Can, please go check his channel. I've never shouted his channel out before on this show, on this channel, but please go check him out. Really, really just normal guy. Normal guy. Really new to it, putting out new content. A bit nervous in doing lives and stuff like that, but go check him out in his white van, man, driving about doing Leeds content, goes to games, does match day vlogs and stuff. Really good guy. So there you go, Eddie. Shout out. Hopefully you get a few subs from it, buddy. And please check out all the other links as well. Thanks for that, Danny. 4 games less. What about how it runs to 2 cup finals? Mate, you know what pisses me off, mate? Everyone will say, we can't have an FA Cup run because it's all about staying up. When can we have an FA Cup run? You know, when can we? When we're a Champions League side? And then everyone will say, we've got to concentrate on Europe. We don't want, like, it's like Leeds fans, we're never going to accept an FA Cup run's good, like, available to us. Like, I don't understand it. Like, I wanted it won this year, and, it didn't matter because we need promotion. But guarantee, mate, cup finals and stuff, probably won't happen again, will they? Because it's all about staying up for X amount of years. I want to win every game, me. Win every game. One of my concerns about Solomon is work rate to track back. Goals Leeds conceded against Preston and Luton came from the left-hand side when Firpo was isolated with Solomon not working. Yeah. I mean, I've seen the last few games. I think he's put that in, but over the course of the season, Michael, you're 100% right. And those two things you talk about there, I remember Preston one vividly. It's something that Ramazani does do. Somerville did it. But yeah, he hasn't. It's not something that he's known for. Can you work that in him? I mean, if Farke's still playing him as a lone player, he doesn't track back as much as other players do, yet he still plays. Is that in his contract that he has to play? Is Farke going to be bothered for him? Once that contract's gone, that loan contract's gone, will he want someone who's more adaptive to his style and follow instructions more? Because he can't tell me at certain times when he's tracking back, he can't tell me Farke's, not screaming at him, wanting him to get back. Surely that's something he's wanting him to do, you'd imagine. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see, but for the money, I've heard 15, 20. It's 25 a bit much, but 15, 20, if you can get him for 20 million, Solomon, I'd have him. It looks like he's over his fitness worries now. I'd have him back. I think he's just about to take off with Solomon. You've seen his goals cutting in now, bending in the top corner of his right foot. Stuff we know Solomon could do. He scored against Leeds for Fulham doing that. It looks now like he's back to that Solomon. So he's worth 20 million of anyone's money. Rusty Tin Can, I've subbed to you already. Nice one, Danny. When Solomon was at his lowest ebb for Leeds, what percentage of hate was aimed at him for non-football reasons, or is that too political for me, mate? I couldn't even tell you who Prime Minister is today, pal. Genuinely couldn't even tell you. Don't care. Yeah. It probably is too political. Anybody who puts hate on anybody for anything like that, mate, I think you're a disgrace. I think you're a disgrace. People who give him hate for all that, yeah, I don't agree with it at all. Bamford go tomorrow will be great. It would be, mate. It would be. Danny said he'd get the goal that got us promoted, which he hasn't happened, but a few people said he'll get a goal by end of the season. I wouldn't rule it out. Headingley was bad. Our last was on a bus and saw it all happen. Oof. Don't want to see that, mate. I want us to win the league. Can't believe Burnley turned it on. Yeah, mate, they've turned it right on, haven't they? But it made it really difficult for us. Took us right to the last game. Off topic, Rhinos back to their worst, losing to Hull KR top of the league. Off topic, Rhinos back to their mate. Hull KR are class, so Hull KR are so good, but we're playing good rugby now. We've improved massively. All stats back it up as well. We've improved massively since Brad Arthur's coming. Rusty Tinkan is a great channel. Not quite Imagine Not Being Leeds, though. Cheers, Leeds. Yeah, thank you, buddy. Nobody's like me, mate. Nobody's like me. I hope there ain't two of me out there. Well, it's pretty more than two of us. I've got 4 kids, so and I have quite an influence on my stepdaughter as well, who's the 5th. So it's it's a scary one, but yeah, thank you. Matty, nothing gets us through the summer. You need faith as football, money, booze. Nothing satisfies the soul, only my Jesus. I love that. Wayne, I'll sub to Tin Can, man. Cheers, Wayne. Thanks, but you're welcome, mate. You're welcome. You're a decent guy, man, and you're always banging comments on my videos. You're always watching all my stuff as well, so much appreciated, buddy. So there's a bit back for you, mate. Sub to Rusty. Cheers, mate. Be nice to have both, but sometimes got to prioritize bread and butter. Yeah, you do. Ask Crystal Palace fans if they're happy having a cup run. Of course they are, mate. Of course they are. Andy, we'll have to ask Connor and Just Joe if we are allowed an FA Cup run next year. Yeah, you will, mate. They'll tell you. They'll tell you. That's funny, that, mate. Lee, let's do the FA Cup and get some Europe back to Elland Road. Oh, mate, yeah. It's a route in, mate. It's a route in. Please, can we have no political chat in the stream? Got rid of someone already. I hear tonight, but yeah, it's all right, mate. Solomon is the most Prem-ready player in the squad. Yeah, it's hard to disagree with that, pal. It's hard to disagree with that. Matt, I agree with you. No hate nonsense, 100%, Dave. David, 100%. Matt, it's still mindful I've not told you the Alan Clark story, maybe one for the close season. Yeah, mate. Yeah. I'll need some, mate. I'll need some to keep me going. Trust in Farker. He will take us where we need to be, Richard. Yeah, I mean, I think where we need to be is just stay up next season. I think Farker does that. I don't think any of us think Farker will still be here in 3, 4, 5 years' time. I don't think football works that way. Is Farker capable of building us? You know what Farker's been capable of for the last 2 years, right? And you know I've had my little doubts have crept in at points of season. You know me, I'll be truthful. I won't rewrite history. I've had my doubts at times, but I've always been a Farker lover until one win in 6 had me teetering on. I'm not too sure anymore. But what I will say is Farker and the 49ers have built 2 competitive sides to gain promotion over the last 2 seasons. Just missed out, but the side he built under all that non-war stuff, under all them loan players, you know, nightmare situation of walking to a club like Leeds United, relegated, should be bouncing back. You know, you got really high. You should go up. To rebuild the side twice, and the side he built what decent. It's been 2 really good squads. Now he's got to build one to stay up in Premier League. I fully expect him to get it right. I fully expect him to do enough to get it right. Matt, are you going to let your stepdaughter to do some more Leeds players' names? She's done a couple, hasn't she, mate? But yeah, it's a good video. Is on TikTok? It's good. Michael, when Liverpool won the title in 89-90 and 1920, Leeds went on to win the 2nd division as it was under Wilkinson, which became the championship, which Leeds won under Bielsa 24-25. Liverpool 24-25. Leeds United. Fact, Farker delivers what he promises point-wise. Yeah, he does. He does, to be fair. 2 points a game. Won't get that next season, will we? Quick maths, we aren't finished on 76 points next season, is that right? 38. Come on, he's got it right. I actually got it right now. Good maths, that. Oh, right, I've caught up with chat. An hour and 44 minutes. It was a race against the chat. I have caught up. Rusty Tin Can. I agree, no hate nonsense, but I'd still like to point out that Wilder is a wanker. That's always all right. No, you know, yeah, I don't mind me banter. I definitely don't like hating on people and stuff, but I'll have my banter. Check my TikTok out. I've got some bits on Wilder on there, but yeah, it's all good fun and good spirits. This time, Leeds are staying up for good. I think so. Farker did mention that Leeds have recruited players that nobody seemed to want to take a chance on, like Tanaka playing second team in Germany, Solomon Road, 100%. We maybe just operate at that level, mate. People who we know are good enough, people aren't quite willing to take a gamble on. we take that gamble. I think those players you've named there, I think there were, there wasn't much downside to getting them players in for me. They were always, that list there, they were always going to be decent at this level. Can we do the same with Premier League caliber players? I think we can. Alan Clark's nickname was Sniffer Clark, 50 years on. Some might need some contextualising. Yeah, we had him as he won one of our polls on Late Night Leeds, and we had a little bit of segment on him. Adam made a little video for him. Class. Great stream tonight, Matthew. You in Scarbados tomorrow? I am in Scarbados tomorrow, mate. Not for the seaside, but for work. I am there, Danny. Thank you. Still convinced that Farke's style is suited to the Premier League, but he does need to be properly backed and needs to be more proactive in game. Everything you've said there, I agree with. Everything you've said, I agree with, buddy. Yeah, I agree with all that. Agree with you, Ari Farke. People forget we were not favourites last season. Bookies had us around the playoffs. A lot of experts had us just short of playoffs. Yeah, they did, mate. They did. Ina, great chat, Matty. Later, everyone. Richard Woodthorpe, great again tonight. Just chatting is good. Yes, it is. Anyone's got any issues, please speak out. I do it. I didn't used to. I do now, and it's needed. And next time I have a bit of a down day, I might do something again. I might let you guys know again until you tell me to piss off because I'm bringing mood down. But no, genuinely, thank you for any support I've been given today. It wasn't a major wobble. It was a minor wobble, but I wanted to document it, let you guys know how we're feeling, let you know if you're feeling the same, that you're not stupid or daft like we think we are as men. Oh, everyone's got the problems. Sometimes your problems need to be aired, and sometimes someone, does want to wear it. So thank you for everyone today for all your support. It does mean a lot. Without getting too heavy, it means a bloody lot. Now let's go win that fucking title there. Let's go win that title. And let's have a massive, massive celebration on 5th of May. Best advice ever is not to ball it up. It's good to talk. Cheers, mate. Cheers, Duncan, my mate, 100%. Richard Hogan, night. Take care, everyone. Thanks so much. Please smash a like on the video. Please subscribe on your way out if you want already. Really enjoyed chatting to this live. I will try and make it more going forward. Thank you so much, buddy. It's been nice having you in some great points. Tezza, as always, thank you very much. Rusty Tin Can, great chat tonight. Matty night, everyone. Match day in 10 minutes. It is, buddy. Yeah. Thank you also, Matty Wayne. No bother, mate. It's fine. Thank you. Good night, man. Cheers, Bjorn, my good friend. Andy, Matty, I know it was warm today, but a mile jog might have helped those endorphins. Yeah, to be fair, mate, I need to start kicking my ass into gear with that as well, buddy. 100%. And on that note, good night. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much.